¿Cómo está? Maganda gabi sa inyo lahat. Hope all is well. Just wait until a few people come in and we'll get this show rocking. Yes, I'm a bit early tonight. Thought I'd start a bit early. Oh. Hey, Kevin and Gemma, ¿cómo está? I've got a special guest. Hello, beautiful girl. And she's just coming to, she's going to sleep on the bed tonight, keep me company with my wife. Yeah, that's right, Snowy. You sit over there, warm my bed, warm the side of my bed. Hey, Joe and Jeannie, you're up and rocking. Sorry, guys, I haven't been on much lately. Things have been happening around here with family. Oops, better not do that again. Mum hasn't been too well, so things have just been quiet. I sit there, maybe that might do it. Hey, Maluz, ¿cómo está? Rose Maluz, no, I'm only on till about 1 o'clock, so all's good, mate. If you can get back, no drama. I'm one of those that are pretty easy going, buddy. So, hope everyone is fine. How is Jeannie Joe? Going to bed, Kevin. Wow. That's good. Us old timers have got to hit the sack real early. Yeah, I know. I should get something done about that tooth, but I'm not going to give the dentist satisfaction of $200, especially mine, just to put one tooth in. So, yeah. Yeah, I know you work very hard for what you do, and it's good to talk to you later, Scott. Yeah, no drama, mate. She's cool. Hope everything is good. I got in touch with Scott and Lean now. Good friends of everybody on the Scotty B show. So big shout out to Scott and Lean. Good night, Kev. Have a great night's sleep, mate. I won't be far behind you. I'm only on for about an hour. Yeah, I thought I'd change it around a bit tonight, rather than do a Saturday night live stream that goes into Sunday. So now I'm actually going to call it Monday into Tuesday live, and you know, depending on what happens during the course of the day, sometimes like the last couple of nights, I've fallen asleep on the couch, and which is understandable after having a busy day. So I thought last night I fell asleep on the couch again, And when you're looking after mum and you're looking after your son, and we had a big busy weekend, I just unfortunately couldn't get up for it. So um, we sort of going to shift and rotate. I'm not going to. Hey, Adrian. Yo, Scotty, good to see you. Hi there. Hey, mate. Yeah, I'm going to change it around a bit, guys. 3 on 1 leg. Yay. Um, Hang on a sec. El Dente Snowy is warming my side of the bed. So she's going to warm that side of the bed before she gets put up to the other side up here, just behind me. Hello, how are you? I'm not a good ventriloquist, am I? Yeah, it's amazing. I came in here and snowballs there, snowy, got into there. Had this all over the bedroom floor. Good, I tell you. Puppy dogs, big shout outs. Nico's experience. Popeye 1. Hello, DeWinter. Steve. Mike Simpson. K1. Big shout out to K1. Haven't seen him for a while, but give him a big shout out. Also, a big shout out to Christopher Beecham and his lovely wife, Ronaldine, and their cool son, CJ Jr. Chris might join us a little bit later. Um, we've had just a busy day, guys, and it's hard to try and get up and when you've been busy all day, and like as I said, I have to try and um, get a live stream up. So I start tonight, and we'll mix it around, guys. We'll turn it around. Big shout out to MK, and big shout out to Shooting Star, Tropical Tim in the Philippines, and Wish for a Wonder. Big shout out to Aussie Farming in the Philippines and Chick. Also, big shout out to Terence and Beth. A big shout out to Texas Filipina. Critter Hunter. Big shout out to you, mate. Hope all's well. Big shout out to J Love. Big shout out to Yads. And big shout out to Rena Roberts and Mike Roberts. Mike Whitcomb. Big shout out to here. Adrian Gibson, big shout out. Also, big shout out to Scoot B and Bajoy. And big shout out to my family back home in Cebu, Mactan. Joey, Rai, Fab, April, AI, Mum, Dad, Hapon, Alexis, and Tina. Hope all is well back home. And big shout out to my cousins, Liesel, and family down there in Osama City, Mindanao. Big shout out. Also, big shout out to Brian and Lut Lut and Bing and Hannah Grace down in Saragao. Big shout out to also Philo in the Philippines. If you're watching, very big shout out, and I wish you all the best in what you're doing, Philo. Enjoy and spend time with that little fella. He's adorable. Um, so yeah. Oh, weekend. What a surprise. Wake up Monday morning and someone's taken a pot shot at. Yes, Donald Trump. Very, very lucky man. If he hadn't been looking at the teleprompter, but I'm not a Republican or a Democrat. Do I think Biden should step down? Yes, now, while he has the chance, and put Kamala Harris in his spot to take the helm and hopefully guide the ship through um, an easy path. And to be honest, not a lot of people are going to like me for saying this, but I think Trump should step down to once bitten, twice shy. And unfortunately, he is lucky. But anyway, I'm not getting into politics tonight. Yes, exactly, Joe. Exactly. I cannot understand why America has to go for two presidents that are nearly ready for the retirement home. Oops, it's going to cop a bit of flat back. Look, I watched a documentary on Four Corners tonight on the whole Trump issue. I'm not going to say anything because I've been told before to keep my nose out of American politics, which I'm going to strongly do. But I do agree with you on that one. It is not good. It really isn't. And unfortunately, why you have two candidates that are nearly ready for the old age home is beyond me. Would America be stable under Trump? I don't know, I can't say. Is it going to be stable under Biden? Is he going to be able to keep the strength up to take it to him and give him a run for his money? I don't know. Can't say. But as I say, I'm not delving into American politics. I just wish that America could find two younger blokes from either party to take the helm, and one should suggest that. Yeah, that's true too, and they really do. I think Camilla Harris would probably do a good job. I think your American actors, should stay out of politics, to be honest, unless they're endorsing a candidate. it's funny how people can say what they want to say when they're not in politics. How they can put it to the people. If you've got a strong opinion on how you think America should be run, well, put in for election. You need a female. Yeah, well, that's not far off it. You had one last time, didn't you? Or was that us? I think that was Australia. Look, we had Julia Gillard here. She was a PM because we follow the Westminster system, the British system, in the way of politics, saying we came out from England in chains as convicts. But we never had a female president here in America. Yeah, I know. But let me tell you, they're just as good as men when it comes down to it. How am I going to say this without hurting people? Look, I believe in you have the right to carry a firearm for your own protection. If someone is going to shoot you, or I think that you should be able to have a firearm if you go pig shooting or boar shooting or deer shooting, or duck shooting for that fact. But when it comes to Columbine and the school and that young whippersnapper that tried to take Trump out, wind and elevation, my dear boy, wind and elevation. He obviously didn't know. And quite frankly, I reckon that sniper knew he was there. They're saying that he actually knew that that young 21-year-old was there. He was watching him. They were letting him go. Exactly. But I'm not there. I'm here. But I understand where you're coming from there, Joe. It is he the police sniper knew he was up there. He must have watched him. He must have had the firearm there ready. Because no one saw him. Everyone saw him walk over to the building, but no one saw him with the firearm until he was on the roof and he let go of those 3 shots. And as I said, if Trump hadn't have been watching the teleprompter, he would have fair square copped it right in the head. And unlike that, I'm not sure that class of gun would have ripped open his head, but unlike the sniper, the policeman, and good job for doing your job. Well done, protecting the public. Unfortunately, some people. I'm going to throw this one to you. I personally, I know that all the people behind Trump were the Republican movement. Okay, had things to do with Trump and the way the running of Trump's campaign. I'm aware of that. Fair enough. But I tend to think if you're a president or a former president running to be re elected, you wouldn't put those people in harm's way. Basically, those people should have been off the stage that were behind him, and no one would have got shot. No one would have died. That's just my opinion. My opinion is they should have been seated in front watching Trump and his uh, federal security guards should have been on either side of him because that's their job. But I don't think there should have been any of those people behind him. That's just my opinion, guys. I just think why put yourself in the line of fire if a bullet goes astray like it did. I'm not sure if two people were killed or one. That's just my opinion. I just think I know it's a campaign. I think also gone are the days where you have an open air campaign. It's been bad enough you could get someone posed as a policeman. Princess Kate is making a Republican. Yeah, well, she's not a. She's good. She's a lovely girl. Um, I just I have not got much time for the British monarch. To me, they as my father, God rest his soul, believed all they are is just figureheads. That's all. Um, yes, they run England, they run Britain, but to me, they're just figureheads, and you don't pay my wages, so I particularly don't care. The sooner Australia becomes a republic, the better it's going to be for us. But we need to get our laws right. We need to get our jail system right. We need to get our country right. We need to look after ourselves first, others second. That's all. Yeah. We're helping the Ukraine effort. We're there just in case the Philippines need us. And we have that gun ho attitude that you, and like someone said tonight on Trump, on Four Corners with Trump, I like Australians. Australians good. They got a dog eat dog attitude, and they are you. They just if one falls, someone gets up, and they just give it a hard go, like we did in Vietnam. We helped the Americans out in Vietnam. Yeah, look, I fully understand. I don't think, personally, mate, I don't think Trump's the way to go after seeing what I saw on Four Corners tonight. Um, I don't think he's got a good mindset as a politician. Being a billionaires shouldn't be politicians. Lincoln was a great president, and the United States back in the 1800s. But I do think that you you really need someone younger on both sides of the fence to run America. And you got to work together as a team. That's all I'm saying. The federal case just thrown out. Yeah, well, you know why, don't you? He who has, he who has the millions. Yeah, no, I'm not being negative. Being negative. That's because a lot of people on YouTube are Trump orientated mullahs. But I'm not being negative. I just they take this down, they take this down. But yeah, it's one of those things. If you should be able to have the right to have free speech, in my book. So yeah, you can't have free speech. Not you. Yeah. Uh, I I'm not going fully into it though. Mullahs, I really don't. We should, because it will affect us somewhere down the line. But I don't think it's at this stage. It's not. But I just think America needs two young people to run that country around the ages of 40. Yes, exactly, Joe. I fully agree with you on that one. You're right. Free speech is um, harmed when someone's trying to take it away from you. But like everything, um, yeah, they try and try and try to do this. And if you can't, I used to say Australia's a free country. Oh, it is. It's a free country, but it's a free country within reason. And Albanese's doing a good job here. And look, I take my hat off to Biden. He at least rang Trump and said he's hopes he's okay and hope he's all right and all that. So it's one of those things. But you know, these things are sent to try and test us. Um, you look at it in another light. What would happen to America if Trump did get in? I don't know. It's going to be personal. Yeah, pretty well much. I'm not going to mention your name. Say, shooting star. How are you? Kumusta? Maganda gabi sa inyo lahat. But, it's one of those things. It was a big shock to the system seeing what happened. So, yeah. Um, it's to be standing up there, to be giving a speech and looking at a teleprompter. God, I watched it and I thought, you know, he's if he had been looking like I am straight at you, he would have got it right. Plain and simple. Here's my beautiful girl. She's gonna jump in the bed.
What's that?
I'm doing my live stream.
No, sir, no goose in there.
Shooting star. Maluz 63. Joe and Jeannie Journey. See?
Good night.
Good. I like saying good night. You're not using your hair thing tonight? That was Snowy or CJ. CJ.
I'm sorry, guys.
He's treating my bed as a paper bag.
We've got one done.
I'm going to move out of here and let my wife have her sleep.
Go outside.
Oh. Back in a sec. Oh, God. Oh, adjourn. Oh, adjourn. Out here. Ooh, watch out, it's dark. Give me a second, guys. I'll just put this down here for a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, she's got to go to work tomorrow, so I've got to be a bit more quiet because the sound travels up towards Mum's bedroom, and because she's got the hearing aid things out and in their rechargeables, she can't hear me, but she'll know I'm up because of the lights on in the sunroom here. But yeah, look, it's one of those things. What do you do? Yeah, I fully agree with you there, Mellors. And maybe more with the way things are going to carry on to Shooting Star. You know, this does not make sense. If you had four corners over there, you would see. But yeah, I'm good. And it was we had it. I turned the telly on yesterday, and it was on all day yesterday. We had it non-stop. I think it went right through on Good Morning Australia until about probably lunchtime, and then it stopped. So after that, it was just the small bulletins that were coming through on what happened over there. So I'm not negative. I'm not positive. I just see it how it is, and quite frankly, you know, I just wish that younger people putting their hand up for the job, and I suppose after you see what happened there in Pennsylvania, that a lot of young people would turn around and say, no, not taking that on if I'm going to get shot at. But look, I was saying that I think gone are the days of open air. Conspiracy theories having a field day. Yes, they are, Mullers. That'll be, he the one thing that was funny about that. Everybody's looking at America for any possibility on what they will do. Well, Trump gets in, hypothetically speaking, it won't be supplying ammunition and guns to Ukraine. It'll be helping Russia. which probably won't be good. Second, he'll pull out of the UN, the United Nations, or NATO. NATO. I agree. And then he'll finish the wall between Mexico and America. He'll finish that off. Because that's one thing he'll want to do. Biden, as much as he's old and losing it a bit and can hardly climb up the stairs of the plane, hey, I'm 59. I've tripped upstairs. China will take Taiwan. I think Trump would let that happen. I think he would move his troops back to Pearl Harbor. I think he might even bring him back to America to look after his own country. Yeah, I agree with you there on that, Joe. I think, yeah, Trump would probably recall his ships because he's not a big fan of China. Kim Jong, Korea, yeah. Putin, yeah. But I don't think he'll risk a war with China. I think he'll pull out. I think he'll pull back. China doesn't want the Philippines. China just doesn't want America to be in the Philippines. Basically. They're only guarding the Spotty shores, what they think is theirs. Quite frankly, it's only water. And if shipping at the moment can't go through there, the Philippines not too far away. Yeah. Look, I've got a funny feeling that if Trump does pull his ships back, they'll head back to America and give them a rest. Those boys have been out there for so long, they need R&R. And whether it be Philippines or Pearl Harbor, he needs to bring them back. People will be voting for Trump. Yeah, I can see that too pretty well much. Biden's a nice guy. He seems a good bloke. He's trying to give Trump what he gives him. But, I'm talking negative, positive. I'm not talking negative about Trump because I don't know him that well. Yeah, of course he's a billionaire thing, but I don't know exactly what actually he's done for America, to be honest. So, you sort of got to wonder what's going to go on. Trump's more of a Putin fan. He would want to have Putin finish the war in the Ukraine. He wouldn't want to be supplying any more arms and weapons to the Ukraine because I think they're getting wasted, to be honest. We sent tanks over to the Ukraine. We've done this for the Ukraine, and he just keeps wanting more. So, as much as, and like I said, Shooting Star he it's going to cost, and what they said on Four Corners tonight, it's costing America being sending to the Ukraine, and it's only just stopped. Scary thought that Trump would pull instead of NATO. Yeah, because once you pull out, there's no going back, and I hope he doesn't. Um, I just think that it's basically a wait and see what happens um, in the November elections. The other thing is in America, here in Australia, you have the right to vote, and everyone turns up to vote. Um, we all put our voting in here. We do it. We have no problems. We have no issues. We might not like it, Dutton. We might not like Albanese, but at least we give the two guys our votes, whether you vote for Liberal or Labor. Now, the one thing I can't understand is why hasn't America got a Labor Party that sticks by the Labor man that works hard for a living? That's something I've never understood. It's always been Democrats or Republic. If you had a third Labor, if you had a Labor Party in there that is for the working class man, or a Liberal Party in there for the workers in the office, like we have, now that would change America's democracy. Australia's a free country. We can walk about and go anywhere. We don't have to carry a firearm. The only ones that got firearms are the police or Secret Service for our country. You know, if you have Liberal and Labor in America, there's two parties that could give the Democrats and the Republicans. And how it works here is Labor is for the working class man that works in the factories, works hard for a living, and puts their um, hard earned cash on the table for the wife to go out and buy food for the kids and clothe their kids. Liberal is the same in a different way. And if you had those two parties in, that would give the Democrats and the Republicans a run for their money. Now, America should think about that. Yeah. So Labor used to be like here was for factory, it was for like Ford, Caterpillar, Holden, Mitsubishi, Toyota. Yeah, we got the GST here too. Everything we buy, phones, TV, fridges, got to pay GST on top of what we pay. And that was because John Howard brought that in. And quite frankly, it's killer. It really is killer for Labor working people and Liberal working people. We've only got the two. We've got Greens, which climb up trees, and that, and we've got other parties as well that are there that keep Liberal and Labor honest. Dutton wants to build a nuclear power plant in each major city. Seriously. And nuclear power. Haven't they learnt from Chernobyl? I ask you. It's not worth it, guys. It really isn't. The best way to go is the way they're talking about now, and that's the big wind farms out in the sea or up in the country, or some other power system, green, which works better. Pay taxes, they are sending most of it to build the world. Well, Trump says that he wants America to be great again, and I sort of kind of agree with him there, but the way he's going about it, he's not listening to his party, to be honest. To do those sorts of things, you need to put your money into the country and help the country run better. The government needs to look after their country, you know. Um, is he going to look after the Philippines, or is he just going to pull away out of there um, and let Australia and Japan look after the Pacific nations? I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those things. I know he'll pull out of Gaza. Um, he won't. He unless he is advised otherwise by his people there. There you go. Yeah, unless he's uh, you know promised otherwise, what he wants to do, how he wants to do it, is two different things. Welcome in, Edmond Jalina. Maganda gabi sa inyo lahat. Um, so, it's one of those things, guys. And we got to wait and see what happens. Big shout out to Juvie Flexi Girl. Um, Big shout out to Mars Bankard. Big shout out to Terry Kubra. Um, it's a hard situation, guys. Good night, my lords. Thank you for coming. I much appreciate it, mate. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Take care. It's one of those things. But if America had a Liberal and a Labor Party, it would give the Democrats and the Republicans a run for their money if they had to do other parties. And the Liberal Party here is like your office workers, your stockbrokers, your I'll say pen pushers, people, architects, and all that sort of, bankers and that. Um, that's what America needs is two other parties to take on these other two and give them a run for their money and have people build up a trust behind them. I was a bit saddened the day that they stormed the Capitol building because it was like a loss of democracy there. And, unfortunately, when your fellow country people do that, it's a lack of disrespect for their own country when they storm the Capitol building. But hey, what do we do? What do you guys do? But like I said, shooting star, you need two, and Joe and Jenny, two other parties, a Liberal and a Labor, a working class man, and the people who work in offices to give the Democrats and the Republicans a run for their money. And that would make a difference in your country. Um, with the gun laws, we got rid of our guns. We had a gun amnesty, but as soon as you mention a gun amnesty to Americans, they would go, hmm? So, it's you've got the right to bear arms. You've got the right to protect your own property within reason. You've got the right to defend yourself within reason through the powers of the law. But, it's one of those things, guys. I just think that it's hard to see two old people that are ready for a retirement home uh, in politics. Plain and simple. So if I get shot down for this, well, I'm only just showing you reason. I'm only just trying to give Americans a level playing field, that you really basically need two parties, Labor and Liberal, to come in to be shown how to run your country properly, how to look after your country, how to obey the constitution of your country, and enjoy without being racist or without, you know, to me, if I was in American politics, first thing I'd be doing is pulling that wall down, because you've got a lot of Mexicans there that looking for work, and they work out in the fields and they get paid. Yeah, they get paid bugger all money, but they work out in the fields to put apples, oranges, bananas, pears into the supermarkets, and they get paid bugger all. But the whole conspiracy theory is that they're bringing in drugs, they're doing this, they're doing that. Well, that's what you got a law system for, to put those that are disobeying the law into reform prisons, to reform prisoners, to try and give them a break, to try and make them think they're only there because of the way the country is run, and it's hard on people. We're the same thing here. It is hard. It's hard for people to make a living when your presidents and your prime ministers are taxing you more and think. But I will say, since Labor here has been in, it's been a lot better. We've been a lot better. We can start to afford things more. They need to bring down the exchange rate a little bit so we can afford to send money to family, friends, um, country, cousins that are living overseas. But, you know, the way things, drugs, I'm not a big thing with drugs. To me, you do the crime, you do the time. Sorry, that's how I am. Do the crime, you do the time, and you got to look at our young kids like CJ, like you know, everybody's families, young kids that are growing up. You know, you don't want them hooked on it. So unfortunately, they got to pay, and that's where all the drugs are coming from, South America. I can understand why he wants that wall there, but I can get it in other ways. It's big open, big open sea for people to bring stuff into America, Australia, and that. But we're slowly knocking it on the hammer down here, on the head. So it's the way it is, and we need to look at helping those that are less home. We've got more. I don't know what it's like in America there in Seattle. I know there was. I did see a documentary on it a while back where they were sleeping under freeways in tents. How the hell are you supposed to protect your possessions? You can go out, someone come in and take his passports and everything out of your tent. It's not a way to live, but it's the way the economy's gone. And I'm not sure. I think um, Australians get paid just that little bit better than I think Americans do. I think depending on what job you do, and that. So I think if you're working in factories and stuff like that, you'd probably take home so much, and probably end up taking home after tax probably $400 or $500. Here it's like close to $600, $700, $1,000 if you're working fortnightly basis. But you know, it's the way it's the way the system and the way the country can be changed and um, better um, accessibility to uh, drop taxes like we have here, um, and pay the low income workers. That's true, mate. That's true. And yeah, you look at it. See, we can have a good conversation without having an argument, and that's the good thing about whether it's politics or not. You can have a good conversation and not argue. And me being an Aussie, an Australian down here, um, I was told a while back by a certain person just keep my nose out of American politics because I don't know what I'm talking about. Well, that's fine. But unfortunately, it's hard when it does affect you here in a small way. But we helped you guys in Battle of Bataan, Vietnam, um, World War Two. We helped the British. Um, you know, Japan. But yeah, that's the way it was back then. You help a mate. You help a fella digger out. You know, you have your mottos where you turn around and say you don't leave a person behind. Well, we help a digger out if he's in trouble. And that's what we're like. We um, help anybody. I did the same. Yeah, exactly. There's so many homeless there. And, you know, it's one of those, I fully agree with you there. Housing costs are very expensive. We've got problems in that area now, you know. People looking for houses and stuff. So yeah, it's crazy. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the live. I'll catch you later, shooting star. Thank you for coming. Gratefully appreciated you, Joe and Jenny, my Luz, and the new guy. Thank you for coming. Thanks for the likes, guys. I much appreciate it. And I'm glad we had a good conversation and a good chat. Um, but I think America should. You too, mate. I'm going to bed. And yeah, it's great to be able to talk about politics without having arguments over it. And when you get a third opinion from someone that's in Australia, that yes, it does concern us in a small way, but it is very worrying. And as I saw tonight on Four Corners here in Australia, um, it is very worrying. And I just hope that Joe can see reason that he needs to stand aside and let someone like Camilla Harris, you don't know what she's like, but give her a go. That's the only way. Give them a go first, see how they go. If they're not worthy of that spot, well, you vote them out. That's plain and simple as that. But the Republicans should have someone younger than Trump too, just the same. And that's my say on it. And I just think that you know people that are in YouTube that don't want you to talk about it are very small-minded because it's a free country and you've got the right to free speech, and they should know that. And where you have all your conspiracy theorists and stuff like that, um, they're good in a way. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. But anyway, have a good night, Bruce, or good morning there, and enjoy your day. And I'll catch up with you again soon. Thank you for coming. Thank you, Adrian Gibson, too, as well, for coming in. Gratefully appreciate it and much appreciate everyone. Take care. That's good. That's the best way to be. It really is the best way to be. And neutral. And if every American went to the polls and voted, other than those that don't, basically, because I think from what I heard, Americans don't have to vote. Um, but if you all voted, the result could be different, whether you like him or Joe. The result could be different if every American voted, because it's your vote that counts to make a good country run so smooth. That's all I'm going to say. It sounds a bit like a person I know too. He said he ain't voting whatsoever, so I ain't gonna put him in. But it's one of those things. Yes, exactly. Exactly. Doesn't matter who you vote for. They're both as bad as one another, as we say here. Anyway, good night, shooting star, or good morning. I hope you enjoy your cereal and your milk, and have a great day. And I'll catch you again. Next live will be next, probably Saturday night, because yeah, next Saturday, Sunday night, it will be the next live. Saturday going into Sunday. Take care, guys. Have fun. Enjoy. Remember, life is good. That's what you make it. And enjoy. Take care. Bye for now.